Hello everybody, today we'll be answering the question of can you beat Wuthering Waves level 1 only. Also shout out to my two inspirations, Mr. Feed and Baltone. If you can, you should go check them out. The rules of this challenge go as, I can fight only as level 1 characters in combat, which means the second someone levels up past level 1, they're gone, done forever. But I can walk around as non-level 1 resonators simply because I need them for XP soaking for quests. Otherwise, I literally could not complete the challenge in any sense. I would lose everyone. They'd all be leveled up. The end. I can level up any weapon I want. If it's 5-star, it works. If it's 4-star, it works. And as for trial resonators, I can use them, but I prefer not to. So I might accidentally switch them from time to time, but I won't actively use them. And as for ones that I have to play as, well, that can't be helped. I have to play as them. So that's all the rules. Let's get right into it. So our first two enemies, Jimbo 1 and Jimbo 2, your regular run-of-the-mill Tacit Discords. Obviously, they're taken out very easily. Then we have Big Jimbo. Big Jimbo, he's pretty easy to beat too. Not much to say about this part of the game, considering it's just a tutorial. Shixia gets ignored by Baija, and Baija proceeds to rizz us up, causing the Crownless to go into a jealous rage, resulting in our first boss fight. Now, the Crownless boss fight isn't very hard or anything. I'm sure you've all done it before. It's a tutorial boss. I just spent like 30 seconds beating him while he's invulnerable. But on second phase, just parry. If you just parry, well, he's a joke. And just like that, boom boom bam pow, boom bam pow, boom bam, he's dead. I win. It's very easy, very simple. Ooh, my hand starts getting really hungry, so decides to eat the Crownless and gives me a nice JoJo stand. I duke it out with this rock monster and catch it with my first echo. Then I make my way over to the city so I can finally continue the main story. I meet my first stalker.
Dearest, seed of fate.
I kick everyone off my team besides Shixia, and I go head over to the big tower. After touching the tower, I get a whole yang jump scare.
I have the arrangements in place. Rover, you can come visit the magistrate at any time.
And wait 1,000 years for the secretary to finally sit me down in my seat, which takes a long time because for some reason they have her walk very slowly. I finally get to meet with Sanhua, and we exchange contacts, allowing me to finally progress the story. But of course I have to steal candy from 2 children, and I move on to Baiji. Baiji proceeds to put us in a simulation. In this simulation, of course, play as 3 trial resonators that are all level 20, which of course means I can't play as my level 1 resonators at all, which is, you know, unfortunate, but thankfully it doesn't last that long. This only takes like a few minutes to complete until I'm ready to go back to actually with the regular characters. Strongest guy here is the Tamarine Man, who I obviously target out first, so I can get rid of his friends easier at the end. Then we see a moon that isn't real. Don't know why that happens. We encounter Big Mommy Crownless, who puts us in our place with a big long scythe, and knocks us straight into the convene screen. The convenes go pretty well. I get Alto, 2 of these, an Encore, a Jian surprisingly from a temple, my guaranteed ticket on Jianshin, and a Verena from losing my 50-50 apparently. Overall, this builds our roster up to a huge, whopping, like, 4 or 5 stars, and a bunch of 4 stars that we can actually use, not counting Yang Yang. We make our way over to the next quest, so we can finally meet Jianshin in the story, and help her out with whatever she needs.
What might interest you here?
So here we go, we have to fight these random gooners we found, and honestly, I chose Baiji to be my sacrificial lamb, assuming I was gonna, like, level up off of this mission. Mainly because, out of everyone, I want Baiji to go first. Because, well, look at her damage. It's not gonna last very long if I use her in like the end game or anything, but she does well with beating up these random guys, and overall, this is cleared pretty quickly. Along the way, I run into this thing, because the camera decides to pan me all the way towards it, and I just can't help it. I just can't help it, I have to fight it, I have to. So I end up fighting the car, and as you can see, the car wasn't that hard. You know, it does its little slam, does its little slash, does a little slash, does a little slam. Very simple boss, very simple enemy. But, unfortunately, I slip up for some reason, like around here, and get slammed on. Don't know why I slipped up, but I did. And I fight it again, It's a lot easier this time, because I played a lot more safe. And I even end up stamina breaking him, which allows me to just get some really good hits on him, and do a lot of damage really easily. But of course, there comes a point where the tide turns, and he gets back up. Once he gets back up, this is when he starts doing a lot of different things, and by a lot of things I just mean he starts spinning around. Which he does, I think, in like a few seconds. Yeah, no. Once he gets like 1 HP, he just starts spinning. And I'm pretty sure the spin move would one-shot me if it hit me. But thankfully, I dodged the 2 he does, and end up killing him. And I happily claim the bounty of the 4-star Echo that I dropped. Pop out some soldiers, get them some medicine, and then we just walk. And after we've done walking, we have Jian's section. Jian's section wasn't very hard or anything to speak about, you know the deal. Beat up the big bird, you just kill the big bird, get the big bird for dragon, blah 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 blah. And then we move on to the part where I would have lost someone had I not been Yang Yang. Well, it's time for the fun part. This part is where I finally played Alto for the first time. And honestly, Alto's pretty fun. You know, I blasted, bang bang bang, blasting away, hit them with the ult. Honestly, I didn't think I would get this far with Alto. I assumed he would do negative damage. Nothing at all, actually. But he was actually pretty fun. I also didn't know how to use the wind circles at all. But I ended up getting caught by those stupid Tamarine guys. Came back with a vengeance, getting rid of the Tamarine guys immediately, because they were the actual main problem. I also realized how to use his portals, and I immediately got rid of the big guy. Leading to the saddest thing of all, Alto leveling up immediately after I started having fun with him. Truly tragic tale. I switched to dodging because I know she's really fun. Yang Yang gets catnapped, and Scar makes his grand arrival and gets his voice line cut for some reason. And he hits me with his domain expansion, and obviously with his domain expansion, I have to fight him. It's not a very hard fight, but there were some hiccups here and there. Small hiccups that might have involved me tanking his hits to the face. But that only happens once, so don't worry. Obviously, after that, I learned from my mistakes, and it never happens again. So as you can see, pretty easy fight. You just dodge, you just hit, you just dodge, you just hit. And you just don't get hit. But, you know, that's besides the point. And then I hit him with some very clean parries, and this is when the tide turns. After those 3 parries, Scar couldn't recover. And then we wake up to see Yang Yang, as usual. And Scar's babysitter shows up to tell him it's time to stop playdating and time to go home. So of course, they leave, and this leads us into my favorite part about any gacha game, being level locked. After all screening all the union levels that I had to do, I can finally continue the main story and progress in the game. Complete this puzzle and get one of my favorite Chixia lines in the whole game.
Wow, you really solved it!
We hit the Grand Library, and here's where I decided to choose 2 sacrifices. I choose Baiji and Jianshin. Baiji because she's about to level up, Jianshin because I didn't think she did that much damage out of all the 5 stars. Then, we of course finish all the puzzles and fight off the TDs that are guarding the area downstairs, including this big man right here.
Magnificent place to set foot in. Extensive, exhaustive. Oh, how I want to carve the place inside out and blow you all. What a shame I can't stay and blow you a bit longer.
Not anywhere.
After all that, we head straight into the final Scar boss fight. And honestly, it went a lot easier than I thought it would. Mainly because I didn't realize I was picking a shielder and a healer into a boss fight. But he does catch me off guard once. He just beats the crap out of me. I don't know why I let this happen. But after that one loss, I lock in. And to say the least, picking 2 healers into this boss was overkill. Well, not 2 healers, but a healer and a shielder. It just made it so that he could never really hurt me, and I could just barely hurt him. So it took a long time, but eventually we kicked him into his goat phase. His goat phase wasn't really harder or anything. Well, it was a bit harder. A lot more attacks, a lot more explosions. And then of course we have the fact that I'm doing like 0 damage to him. So for like this whole fight, I'm just tickling Scar while he hits me for like no damage. While I heal, while I shield, I heal, I shield. And it just goes on and on and on and on and on. And honestly, I don't even know what to say for this part. Because it's just lasting forever. Like, look at the damage I deal. I take 2 years to even kill him. Like, after all this time, it took me like 2 years to even bring his health to like 1%. But finally, I finally kill him. It took me 2 years, but it's finally over. We finally defeat Scar, and everything is good in the world. I'm finally happy. I'm free from that boss fight. Scar proceeds to tell Gingy that her dragon husbando isn't real, and that she needs to stop coping.
No, it can't be.
Shocked, aren't you?
This hot take obviously gets Scar put in jail immediately. After witnessing this tragic turn of events, we take our leave and go straight home. And I'm once again union locked, this time level 21. But hey, we finally finished. Funny story actually, neither Baiji or Jianshin leveled up from that mission, which means I wasted all that time fighting Scar in the slowest way possible because I thought they leveled up, but no, Danjin took the level up because I was playing as Danjin before I went in the freaking library, so that's just so great, so happy. But anyway, these are our survivors. We have like a good chunk of people left. We have a good bunch of our 5 stars left, actually we have all of them left, and a few of our 4 stars are still alive too. Anyway, the next minute or so the video is just me yapping, so feel free to leave now if you don't want to just hear me yapping. But thanks for watching, have a good day, and let's the yapping begin. But honestly, that's everything for now. I have to grind Union level 21 now, and that will take much longer than Union level 14. And by much longer, I mean like a week, maybe not a week, but like a few days. Regardless of how long it takes, I hope you guys tune in for the next video, which will eventually be happening once I reach Union level 21. I can start my grind all over again. And hopefully that next one will be better edited and better voiced, because this is my first video, my first like actual video, and you can probably tell based on, well, everything. And thank you for actually watching this long, if I haven't already thanked you for that. This video took a while to come due, took a while to edit and voice over, but I'd say it's worth it. I hope it made you smile, I hope it made you happy. But it was, you know, it was a fun journey. Everything was fun. You know, I just let's just Scar boss fight at the end. You know, that could have been more fun if I hadn't picked Baiji, Jianshin. But, you know, mistakes learned, or mistakes something, probably. But, you know, hopefully next time I won't make that same mistake of picking two tanky characters into a boss fight. And thank you to all my friends and everyone who has, you know, supported me so far and has been pushing me to try and keep going. You know, I really appreciate it, even though, you know, yeah, you know, it can be probably annoying sometimes. But thank you all. But anyway, that's everything. See you guys later, hopefully. Goodbye.